our oldest living elder. He's 89. And he produced a framework called The Philosophical Aspects of Cultural Differences. And it was a genius piece. It's 55 years old. That's how perfect he's gotten it to. It's a divine perfection. But it shows what happens when and by the way, Dr. Nichols is really the reason and my inspiration for me going and pursuing my doctorate in metaphysical science and philosophy. So I'm in the process now, in the middle of writing my dissertation. I got my master's degree on the same subject, became a minister when I became a bachelor of science, and decided that I wanted to take it all the way to the top, because Dr. Nichols told me philosophy is the highest of all sciences. So everything else comes under that. So one of the sciences in philosophy is known as axiology. And axiology, my brother Harrison, is how the environment shapes a human's highest value. And I thought this was interesting because when we look at his work, and in my framework, the 4 metaphysical frequencies, we talk about this concept called second frequency, or the Amu, or the European. And in Dr. Nichols' framework, the European or second frequency, because of what they went through in the ice, created a value system of person to an object. Everything became an object. Everything became property. Everything became part of, this is how we survive. In order for me to survive, that I must control everything, I must own everything, and not share it and commoditize it, because it's about the object. And when you have, using Dr. Nichols' example, when you have 3 months to grow a crop, and if you don't, you die, that makes you, it makes your mind believe that nothing else matters. Your family don't matter. Nothing else matters but you eating and controlling the resources that controls that crop. And you have to get it right every year, every time. Otherwise, you lose. And and a lot of them did, which is where cannibalism came from. They had to eat their young and elderly because they missed those crops. And again, all of that trauma, all of that drama caused them to become the individuals and the ideology that they currently have. Now, the flip side of that, beloved, is the African. We're sitting up with, just fruit falling from the trees, just everything we need, plenty of water, plenty of sunshine, plenty of goats, cows, animals. We were living the dream. We were living the wishful dream already fulfilled. We had it all. And so we developed the concept of family. We developed the concept of civilization. As Dr. Nichols would put it, we were people to people. Now, in my research from a metaphysical understanding, as I started talking to all of these great scholars from many different backgrounds, what I discovered was that the African was first created as a direct act of God. That the Creator, when it decided to duplicate, excuse me, and replicate, I've just made a smoothie, so this smoothie is so damn good. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm online. Normally I don't eat, drink smoothies and talk at the same time, but this is so damn good. But anyway, what I realized was that the Creator, when it decided to replicate and duplicate itself in human organic form, it created the African first. It created the best organic human species ever to grace this planet. And it created a human species that would be able to endure whatever the planet threw at it. So now for 200, according to Dr. Clyde Winters, because we're in a series with him on my platform, He was on last week. And if we go back either from 250,000 years up to literally 1,000,000 years, there's evidences around the globe where we have always been here. We've been here for so many eras, and we morphed into what we see today as sapien sapien. But we have been here a very, very long time. So why do I call the African first? Because and I call the European second. Well, the African was birthed first. All humanity comes from Africa. So I took a deep dive into that, man. I looked at, like you, when you were saying, when we were coming up, we always saw some bucket ass naked Africans running around with spears and shit and going booga booga. And we just started like, ooh, I don't want to have nothing to do with Africa. Yeah. Until we woke up and realized, oh shit, Africa looks like New York City. Certain parts of Africa, man, they got it going on better than we do here in California, right? Yeah. And so they got the whole world. You can go from the jungle to the boardroom to the skyscraper. They got everything that you want and need because Africa was the first continent. We are the first frequency. We're the first idea. We're the first thought. We're the first born. We're the first generated of God. Everything came second. So second frequency came second. Now, interestingly enough, beloved, when second frequency